You ready?
Yes, go.
This is a Husky digital tread depth and pressure gauge. I didn't know it was a pressure gauge at the time.
Yeah, but now let me ask you a dumb question.
See how this comes out here? That's the actual... I was trying to find a piece of a tire carcass at home that I could bring in to illustrate, but I didn't have any that I could spare.
Yeah, well, of course. We all have tire carcasses floating around. I have to go in my garden for one of those.
It has a digital display.
But now, let me ask you a question. Why would you go and buy this gadget when a dime or a penny will work just as well?
Because they're all basically...
I know. I have dimes and pennies.
They're all seat of the pants. This is the other type of pressure... this is the other typical type of tread depth gauge that you buy.
Oh, good. There's one that's not digital.
It's mechanical. So as you slide this into the tread, you read...
Right, you make it happy.
The scale.
Look how happy that is.
Part. This is actually the digital one. Which is kind of, now, really, all this is, you could do this, you could affect the same thing with this.
Ooh, a micrometer.
No, it's not a micrometer. It's a veneer caliper.
Come on, that's not veneer. It's made out of steel.
And this is the depth gauge down here. So if you want to check the depth of something...
Mind you, you see all this silly crap on MotorMouthRadio.com.
Yeah, you could line this up like this on a flat surface. When it bottoms out. Then you read off the veneer scale. So you could do it with this if you wanted to.
Alrighty, well let me get that away from your face there.
But this is just a nice, quick, easy little thing that they put together for us. It was $9.99.
Right.
Now the thing that got my... I checked, of course, all the tread depths, and they were fine. It was the tread depth. The accuracy is within 1/10 of a millimeter.
Right.
Okay.
I'm going to give the camera to Robbie.
Go right ahead. He's going to pawn it. Now the accuracy on the pressure side is within a half a psi.
Okay.
So of course I took my trusted, tried and true gauge.
Yes.
That I've used. This I've used many years. I've had this actually checked against calibration. It is correct. Okay. This is an analog gauge. Okay. And wouldn't you know it, every tire, this thing was off by a half psi. Exactly, as opposed to this gauge.
Now, what mountain's moving? What good is this? If it's a half a psi off...
It's wrong.
Well, it's wrong as far as what? So it's a half a psi
As far as what's right.
But it's a half a psi. What's the big deal?
It's a half a psi big deal. Now, let me tell you this. I will go this far to say that at least if all four tires were set with the same wrong half a psi, you're better off than not setting them at all. Right. I'll give you that.
Okay.
But for the sake of accuracy and reporting, see, this is a reporting piece here. Rob, tell them this is a reporting piece. This is what we do here. I just wanted to double check it with another source, and I found out that not only was it off, but I was amazed that their degree of accuracy was exactly right, what they said it was.
Their degree of accuracy?
Half a psi. Okay. They said it varied within a half a psi.
Oh, they said that. Okay.
Yeah. And the tread depth gauge within a tenth of a millimeter, that's almost in, that's still, it's so small, but you're only looking at like 2 or 3 millimeters on a tire, so. And that agreed with the mechanic, with the manual gauge.
How much did that digital?
$10.
$10.
$10.
And so, if you had a dime or a penny, you could have saved yourself $9.89.
Yeah, I could have. But, then I would have bought those smoothies and coffees and all the other stuff, and crumb cakes, and then I would have been out $20.
You would have been reporting on those.
Right. So anyway.
Okay, so basically,
just to show that you don't have, out of all places, the Home Depot had this sitting on the shelf. Right. And there it was. You should have one of these in your toolbox anyway for measuring things.
For your veneer.
Right.
For that cheap furniture that you buy.
Well, you could measure the veneer on the veneer with this. You could, but you can measure all sorts of things. This is definitely a what's the word I'm looking for? It's an important tool to have. I use this more times. I go to a veneer caliper for more times than you would imagine. For unnecessary precision, whenever you want it. And I did use, of course, the gunk caliper grease. Ooh, this keeps going for the pins for the pins on the calipers. That's great. Alrighty. Everything worked well. There's my report for this week. And you will be seeing that on MotorMouth Radio with our guest cameraman, Robbie Leonard. Thank you, Robbie. From the tool crib. Exactly. We got Robbie, too. In the crib with the tools. 516-572-7440. Thank you, Rob.